So this is Terry Reintke, a member of the European Parliament from Germany, from the Greens, and my name is Marc Angel. I'm from Luxembourg, a Social Democrat, member of the European Parliament, and both of us, we are the co-presidents of the LGBTI Intergroup in the European Parliament. First of all, thank you so much for inviting us to your final conference on the 5th of July in Brussels. But unfortunately, that week we are in Strasbourg for the session, and therefore this video message to you. Your project, Up4Diversity, is a fantastic project, and protecting young people against LGBTI violence and working on reducing this violence is fantastic, and we can only endorse you, and we are looking forward to read the conclusions of your conference. The LGBTI Intergroup is the biggest intergroup of the European Parliament. We are 157 members of the European Parliament from 5 political groups from all member states, and we are defending LGBTI rights in all the committees where we are active, when we work on resolutions, when we are in other meetings, and it's a big challenge to do that. We concentrate in this mandate also very much on trans rights and on intersex rights, and we're also very active in liaising with civil society, with especially civil society in countries where LGBTI rights are under threat, and this is very important to have this feedback from the member states, from the activists. But having said that, I pass the floor to Terry, because we do a lot of political work too inside the European Parliament. Terry.
Absolutely. One of the things that obviously is a priority for us is to shape the work of the European Parliament in the direction of a more inclusive European Union for LGBTI people. And we follow legislative, non-legislative work. We're really trying to mainstream LGBTI rights throughout everything we do here in the European Parliament. But obviously one priority that we are putting in this term is to work on the Commission's LGBTIQ equality strategy. Because after a long struggle, and a lot of people here in the Parliament, but mostly also coming from the community, from the civil society organizations and the activists, we have a strategy on fostering LGBTI rights inside of the European Union. And that is very much needed, because we are facing a backlash on our rights in a lot of member states in the EU and beyond. And maybe just to give you 2 highlights of the things that we are very excited about, because they are going to be part of this strategy. We are going to have a proposal of recognition of parenthood between different member states. So this will mean that rainbow families can finally exercise their right to freedom of movement inside of the European Union. And the second thing, and I think especially regarding your project, this is very important, we want to add hate crime and hate speech to the list of EU crimes. This is a very important aim of the strategy, and we are from this Parliament here pushing this, because we want to live in a European Union where everybody can feel safe and where everybody can feel free from discrimination.
And we're also very active in defending sexual and relationship education in the member states, in the school programs. As you know, Hungary, Poland, in Romania now, they really want to ban sexual and relationship education in schools, including talking about LGBTI people, talking about the different sexual orientation and also gender identities. And you know, we all know that a good sexual and relationship education strengthens people against abuse and also protects against prejudice, and I think this is also something where we're very, very vocal on.
Absolutely. And of course, what is very important for the Intergroup as well is to be in close contact with the people from the community, with the civil society organizations. And this is why we also organize for our MEPs to go to prides all across Europe and also beyond, and especially to focus on prides that are contested, prides that might be facing violence, prides that face opposition, because we believe as members of the European Parliament that especially in times when we face opposition, when we face people that are attacking our rights, that we have to stand together all across the European Union. And this is why the Intergroup is really pushing to have a strong cross-European exchange and support inside of the community, but also coming from the European Parliament.
And look at Terry and look at me. Are we an ideology? No, we are not an ideology. We are human rights defenders. We are LGBTI rights defenders. And those who talk about LGBTI ideologies. These are the ideologists who want to bring us back into a patriarchal society which is completely outdated. So we are happy that young people like you are also human rights defenders, and you have our support, and have a good conference.